Alright guys, this is a unboxing of the Bushnell Speedster 3 radar speed gun. It is a K-band radar gun, and this is the top of the line of the Bushnell series. You can get it for $99 shipped from Amazon. Obviously on eBay you'll find it for varying prices. You can usually find them used for a little bit cheaper, but it's in my opinion it's the best bang for the buck radar gun. And I haven't opened it. Have batteries right here. Just gonna show you an unboxing of it basically, and talk just a little bit about it, and then I will make another video. I'll put an annotation or something at the end of this probably to show it in action, but let's get on with it. Let's see. As you can see here, it's the Bushnell Speedster 3. They have a Bushnell Speedster 2 model, it's the older model, and they have what's called a Bushnell Velocity, which is a cheaper model, and you can generally get that for about $70. You could, if you shop around, you could probably find Bushnell Velocity for $40 or $50 used. But on the front of the box, it just, as you can see here, Bushnell Speedster 3 radar speed gun for baseball or softball, for racing, you know, NASCAR, the track, whatever. Yeah, for tennis, you know, those are just some examples. The URL here are radarguns.com. And on the side it's just got the name again and more, www.radarguns.com. Has a picture of the device itself. The back it shows you how simple the display is. You know, it's just basically a one button on the back, LCD display, and it gives you some stats here. I'll read those off. Easy to use point and shoot radar gun. It measures speeds from 10 to 200 miles per hour. Some other guns won't go that high, won't go up to 200 miles per hour. So if you're actually using it for the track or for NASCAR, or you know, for objects that are going up to that speed, you know that's quite important. And it's a very accurate gun. It's plus or minus 1 mile per hour in accuracy. You know, even the police guns, the ones that operate on KA band or the K band, which are vastly more expensive units, they are within the same spec, plus or minus 1 mile per hour. So it's been tested against or side by side with other police grade professional guns, and it clocks exactly the same. So it just doesn't have the same range as a police gun. That's the biggest difference. Let's see. Displays fastest speed once the trigger is released. The range is 90 feet to a ball. So you know, if you're clocking you know, say a pitcher, you know, it's 90 feet. Now vehicles, since they're larger, it's at 1,500 feet, which is quite a distance. You know, I mean, obviously a mile is 5,280, but that's a good distance for a $99 gun, just to clock cars, for example. You know, people clock their RC cars, you know, boats, Sea-Doos, you know, I mean, anything that moves you can clock. And it just requires 2 C batteries, which are not included. I have them here with me. The back of the box doesn't really have anything but a barcode. So let's go ahead and open it up. Here, let's see. How's this thing put together here? See if I'm going to have to cut any. Got a knife or something on me. Okay, maybe that'll be enough. Alright, here we are. So you open it up. You see it's got it's protected on the top with that piece. Comes with a manual. We'll go through the manual here just to show you basically congratulations, you know, gives you the specs, tells you how to operate it. It's in one single language, you know, English, so it's quite simple to use. And then the gun itself here in the box, which folds out, is in a nice foam cutout. That's the thickness of it, so well protected. So let's get it out, see what it looks like. Okay, here we are. Obviously, it has the packaging bag here. Take that off, and here's the gun. It looks, when I was shopping around, it looks rather sort of old. You know, when I first saw the gun, I thought, okay, yeah, this must be a you know, 1990 or 1980 something, you know, model gun. Just by the way, you know, it's kind of boxy. It just doesn't look really, you know, ergonomic to 2014. But this is actually the new gun. I mean, this is their latest. I don't know when it came out. I'm looking for any dates on here, but it's actually the latest one out as far as the Bushnell series goes. It is a conical, as far as I know. I haven't read up on this. I mean, I have read, but you know, if I'm wrong here, I apologize. But I believe it's a conical transmitter, basically. That's the best way. That's the simplest way I can put it. Some guns are vertically or horizontally, usually vertically polarized, which I'm not going to go into that, but this one is not. So it, you know, it's going to be fine, and you want to definitely shoot it straight out towards the target. You know, not have it sideways, or you know, that type of deal. One of the big selling points for me on this gun, well, first impressions, let me just tell you how it feels. This up here is a nice rubber, hard rubber, and down here is a plastic. Again, on the grip, it's got your finger grips there, which is a kind of a plastic material, and the back is a rubbery feel. So it fits real well in your hand. It feels nice. It's not heavy, but it's not just super light. But it's, you know, it's not going to be hard for anyone to hold this for a long duration of time. And you can see the back. I'll put the batteries in just a second just to show you that display. But a big selling feature for me was that, if you see here, it has a tripod mount, which, you know, anything. I believe this is 1/4 inch, which is the standard. It's the standard tripod mount. So you can obviously put this gun on a tripod, screw it in, and it will sit on there, and you could you know, don't have to hold it to clock. But basically, any camera mount will work for this, and there's umpteen billion different types of mounts that you can buy for camera. So, you know, this is not a camera, but it's the same purpose. And I don't really see any other guns out of the market. I'm not saying that they don't exist, but this is the first one I saw that had an actual tripod mount built into it, which is great. You don't have to try to rig it up, you know, on some type of platform or something with tape or, you know, zip ties and stuff. It'll just screw right on. I thought that was nice. So, you know, this is the front. This is where the Doppler is going to come out, and it's going to bounce off of the object, come back into the gun. The gun has digital signal processing, so when it receives the radio wave back in, it's going to be able to process it very quickly, and the difference in the shift of the Doppler tells the gun what speed the object is moving at, basically. So let's go ahead and put the batteries in. I haven't read the manual or anything, but it's pretty obvious that you unscrew this from the bottom, and it takes 2 C batteries. So let me just set this gun down here, and I have 2 C batteries here. Just to make it simpler, I'll try to open it up a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, and with batteries, the spring always means that's where the back of the battery is going to go. So I'm not even looking at it. There's, you know, I'm just going to assume, based on the spring, that they're going to go in positive side first, and then you're going to stick the end back on, line it up with the groove here, and then twist it, and the battery's in. If I was right, it should power on now. So let's see. Yep. So there it is. It's in miles per hour right now. It will shift to kilometers per hour or miles per hour. Let's see. I believe you switch it by pressing the trigger and then the power button underneath. So let's see. Yeah. So you just press down the trigger here, this trigger, and hold that, and then tap this, and that's going to switch the modes. You should be able to see here. It's a miles per hour mode. Holding the trigger, press it, goes to kilometers per hour. Hold it. I'm trying to keep it in light. Press it, miles per hour. Okay, and you will notice when you hold down the, you can tap it, you can hold the trigger and then let go, and it's going to stay on. So that's, you know, if you have it on a tripod or something else, or you just don't want to hold the trigger the whole time, you can have it there, and you can just hold it how, you know, however you want, or sit it on the ground, you know, whatever is the right angle for what you're clocking. And right now it's constantly clocking. Now an object has to be moving. See, it's clocking 25 miles an hour. I'm moving my hand. You know, the faster I move my hand, the faster it's going to go. So an object has to be moving at 10 miles per hour at minimum to clock it. But as you can see, it's, you know, that's just the speed of my hand right there, right in front of the gun. And this will, if you don't touch the trigger from at this point, it will automatically turn itself off after 10 minutes of no clocking, no activity. So if you get a clock, you know, at 9 minutes, it will reset and stay on for another 10 minutes, so it won't burn the batteries out. If you would like it to stay on the whole time, you can, as long as you have the trigger held, it's going to stay on and clock. And that little symbol up here, it means it's sending out a radio signal to clock, and it constantly clocks. It's got the DSP in it, so it's going to constantly give you a signal, you know, of what's going on. So it's in continuous mode all the time, you know. So and again, 10 miles per hour to 200 miles per hour. This is the Bushnell Speedster 3. Put this up here. There it is. There's the back, and it's showing me the last clock. Of course, it's holding on to that. Very simple. You just saw me, didn't read the manual or anything, and you just pop in 2 batteries, and you're ready to go. I mean, it's got a trigger and a power button. You couldn't get any simpler, to be honest. And it will clock cars due to the stats at 1,500 feet, which is fair, and it will clock baseballs, for example, or softball, at 90 feet. The larger the object is, the longer the range is going to be for it to pick up. Okay, so just wanted to show you guys that, and I'll put a link and or in annotation at the end of this video to a demonstration of this actually being used. I'm just going to go probably clock some cars, you know, just to show you how accurate it is and how easy it is to use. But that's it. That's the Bushnell Speedster 3.